check again.
Yeah,
Screen is
able to. Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
Great,
yes,
great.
yes. Able to.
Yeah, great. Okay, so
Thank you.
this is a yeah, most welcome. So this is one and a payment. A payment event is the very in a primary term. Okay, payment event will have the payments means payment detail, and then it will have the tender means what kind of payment you are making. Okay, then we have the multiple tender used to pay for the multiple account. Okay, multiple tenders is used to pay for the multiple account. This they are trying to say like in a multiple tender means you have the option to pay in a partially cash and the partially through the check also and through the card also. Okay, so you can have the multiple tender. Let's say an $500 and a bill has come. Okay, so if you have the like let's say a 200 you have the cash and 400 you have in the card. Okay, so what you can do you can tell them you deduct 300 from my card and 200 I will give the case. So generally you will have in the market also some of the partially you can pay from the card, and because the cash and 200, so from the cash also you cannot pay, and in the card it is the 400, so 400 also cannot be used, so partially can be paid for a payment of any account. So then in the overview of the payment event creation and allocation process. So in system, whenever you make any payment, so based upon the priority, okay, based upon the priority, it will be allocated to the service agreement. Okay, so always remember that payment whenever you create the bill, it will be impact the service agreement. Whenever you make the payment, it will be impact your service agreement only. Means outstanding bill increase or decrease. So when you make the payment, your outstanding bill will decrease. Whenever you make the bill, your outstanding will increase. Means due will be increased. Whenever you make the adjustment, that we will learn in the another topic. So whenever you make the adjustment, based upon your adjustment debit or credit, okay, it will be impacted plus or minus. If you want to charge the customer, you will pass the plus sign. Okay, in CCNB there is no debit and credit. We have the adjustment type, and based upon your amount how you are passing the negative or plus, you can pass the plus on $50 and you can pass the minus $50 also. So based upon your plus or minus, it will impact. But in CCNB we don't have the debit and credit kind of adjustment. We have the adjustment type. Okay, for the meter, for the penalty, for the duplicate bill, for any discount, for any assumption. So these kind of adjustment types are there. Adjustment type itself is not having a debit and credit type. It depends how you are passing the money in the system. If you want to charge the customer, pass the 50 real, it will be added in the outstanding. Your outstanding will increase. Okay, whenever you want to give some discount or maybe some assumption or maybe any correction, you pass another minus 50 money. Okay, so that will be decrease your outstanding, it will consider as a payment. This all we will check in the hand zones. Okay, distributing the payment event. So whenever on the you are in the payment event screen page, you have the facility to distribute directly and distribute manually also. So you can do the distribute like freeze means it will immediately money will go to the account the service agreement. And if you want to do manually, so you can add the amount and then you can choose the manually. Then you can like rearrange the amount. Then you can freeze the payment. Okay, so that kind of things are there, distributing the payment among the account service agreement. So this is ultimately, as I told you, the system will take care कि whenever you make the payment, it will affect your service agreement. So based upon the priority, in this screen you can see if they have the highest priority, yani SA1. SA1 can be your water, electricity, gas. So it's based upon company priority. So generally, electricity is considered on the top priority because it is more sensitive and more amount, and water is compared to electricity very less. And if your electricity bill is coming on let's say on $500, so the water will come on 200 like that only, or 250, less than 50%. Water charges are there, so that's why they put on a. So you can say the SA1, anything can be, it can be anything. So priority one, and in between SA2 is the like in a middle priority, and the SA3 is the lowest priority, so 90. So between your 10, 20, 30, 40, how many you have the service agreement, you can set the priority. So based upon your priority, whatever your money will pay, it will be settled the priority 1, then it will be go, whatever remaining will go to the priority 2, whatever remaining will go to the priority 3. But okay, so in that way the payment will be distributed. If you are paying the full amount, so priority will be like overlooked, and your all other sector will be fulfilled, and it will be settled the amount. But if you pay the less amount, so based upon your priority, the money will be distributed. Okay, so that is the concept of the distribution. Overpayment is a very important term, like an it's an like a base functionality, and it's automatically created in the system. So whenever you make any extra payment, let's say you got the bill for an to 245 and 245 point and $50 $0.5, like an $10.5. Let's say you got the 10.5, so you can pay extra also. Okay, if you want to pay 11, you can pay. If you want to pay 15 also, you can pay. So whenever you pay the extra amount, system automatically create the overpayment service agreement. It is a service agreement, and whatever your remaining amount, even the single fees also, it will be stored in the overpayment. And whenever your next bill will be generated, that money will be automatically adjusted with the bill, and it will be become the zero balance, but it will be not close automatically until unless you will not close. Okay, so overpayment once created, it will be attached with your account, and it will help you throughout the cycle or throughout the like services. Okay, so but whenever any, so next time it will be not automatically create. It not mean ki next time again the money overpayment happen or extra payment happen again, over payment essay will be created. Okay, if one is already there, it will be used for in future purpose. Okay, so it's one time created and can be used until unless you not forcefully close this one. Okay, so overpayment is an is a service agreement where the money will be stored for that temporary purpose. Okay, temporarily, because your next bill be created, it will be adjusted the amount. Then we have the basic, like similar to our sorry, so similar to our bill and bill cancellation region, we have that on a payment cancellation region also. So whenever you cancel any payment, okay, here it is saying canceling tender versus canceling payment. Payment means suppose I make the cash payment, and it will be only one tender is there, so it will be the payment and tender will be same. Okay, it will be similar. But if you are paying through cash and check also, so that time it will have the two tender, and it will payment will have the two tender. So you have option to cancel anyone. Okay, let's say your check got on a cancel. Okay, check got on a rejected. Okay, check got on a rejected, so no need to cancel the payment, because if you cancel the payment, its cash amount will be also cancelled. Okay, so then one dispute will be there. But if your check is in a bounce or check is in a rejected, so you can go and cancel that check tender only. Okay, so whatever cash is there, it will be maintained, and your cash your check amount will be cancel, and your system will change the outstanding accordingly. Okay, so if you have the one payment, so one tender versus one tender one payment, but tender can be multiple also. So that time you have the option to cancel either payment or either tender. So we should accept, but we should follow the tender cancel, not payment cancel. If you cancel the payment, then both tender will be cancelled. Then we need to provide the cancel reason. Okay, so generally non-sufficient fund or whatever, some other reason or a wrong account, or we can have more reason that I will show you in the configuration. That payment cancel and a reason is there. If you want to see, like you can search here payment and payment cancel, payment and payment cancel and a reason. We can just let me refresh, because it was open for a long time. You can see here uh, payment and a cancel reason. Okay, so payment cancel, or we can say P for an payment or payment cancel, pay cancel. It's not a payment, it's a pay cancel region. Okay, you can see these are the pay cancel and a reason there: wrong account and a data entry error, non-sufficient fund, reopened bill or cancel. and you can add some extra also if business asks you. So these are the configuration part where pay cancel, not payment, they say as a pay cancel. Okay, so we have the pay cancel region. So you can choose and you can use the existing one. You can configure also. Okay, so transferring the payment. So transferring the payment means by mistake, and let's say you are trying to make the payment, okay, and you are trying to like you are made payment, but by mistake you enter the wrong account number. It generally happen in banking also. If you are transferring any money or you added the wrong account, so your payment will be transferred to another person. Okay, so in that case, what we can do, we can call to the customer service, or we can call to call center, and we can request them to transfer that money, or we can visit to the branch also. There we can show them ki my account was this, by mistake the money has gone to this account. They will check if the money is reflecting, they can transfer the money. So when they are transferring the money, so on the payment event page only, on the payment event page only, we have the option, we have the option to we have the button, we have the button. If you want to see any account, let me show any account on a, if it is having any payment. So this payment on a last payment, so you can see the last payment. So if you see that on a last payment, so there is a last payment. So if you click on the last payment, you have the option here on the payment event. You have the option here to transfer button. See, payment action is the transfer. So you can, let's, by mistake this money has come to this account. What is the account number? 151. This is the CCB account number, and money has come, by mistake has come. So you can transfer that money. So what will happen? It will cancel the payment to the old account, and it will create one payment entry in the new account. So this way you can transfer that on a transfer facility feature can be used. Okay, unbalanced payment event means whenever you make the payment by any data and issue, the payment is not frozen. You can see here the payment is if you see that in a tender, it is you can see it is in a tender is it and showing as a or we can see in the payment here, payment event, account transfer, and payment event and tender. So this is the balance format. If any issue has come on this page, it will show you the, give you the message if payment is not balanced. So what is, you can do, you can correct the data, and then you can make the payment. Okay, so you can correct the data, and then you can then you can correct the data, and then you can freeze the payment. Okay, then you can freeze the payment. Here the payment is frozen status. This is the final status. After that there is no correction can be done. Most of the field will be disabled. Only option we have to cancel that payment. And how to cancel the payment? We need to come on the tender page, and then it is showing one of one, means one payment is there. So you have the button here, cancel button. So you can cancel the this tender. Okay, so it's you can cancel this payment. It having one payment with the one tender. Okay, one payment with the one tender. So you can, if any bill is like bill if it is not enough having some error, so you need to correct like that. Only payment also having some error, you need to correct, and then we can freeze that payment. Okay, tender management workstation cashiering. In a CCNV, we have the payment path. So before taking the payment, we have to create one deposit control and tender control. Okay, so that tender control will manage your tender, means a payment. Okay, so each supervisor play the top role, and under the supervisor, if the two cashier are cashiering people are there, or payment officer are there, you will create the two tender control, and they will take the money independently, and that money will be transferred to the supervisor, and in that way that it will work. So we here the play important role for play the cashiering part. So all payment is comes under the cashiering only. Okay, next part managing your cash drawer. So this example is whenever you go any commercial market, or if you go any mall, or if you go any service provider, they maintain a cashiering section will be their counter, and they maintain the drawer. Okay, one of the hardware, it is a hardware part, and which will be uh, connected through some I think, cable through excuse me, USB. okay, through a USB, like your mouse is connected, like your printer is connected, like your keyboard is connected, like that only. It's an hardware is an hardware comes, and you can install that hardware with some software comes, so you can install that one. And whenever you click on the payment page, so whenever you make the payment, whenever you make the payment, that drawer will be open, and then you can print the receipt, and you can change, give the change if any change required, or you need to put your money back to the account drawer, or you need to put the like if it is a card payment, so that card copy, that payment copy, you need to put in the drawer. So for that purpose it is activated. Unnecessary your drawer will be not open, it will be in the closed status. For the safety point of view also, only in case if you make the payment, that drawer will be open, okay. So that case around drawer is maintained. This is the here concept comes ki if any company is working in the shift working, or maybe only one shift working, so that time your drawer will be in a like it will maintain your initial balance. So generally initial balance we consider as a zero, and then you start taking the money, and that money you need to deposit to the supervisor, and then supervisor will submit to the bank, and then your again the next shift will take over that cashiering part. So that part you can maintain, and if you are starting from zero, so whatever collection has come you need to declare on as a output, then it will be matched, it will be closed. Suppose you are starting with 100, and you are like want to keep 100 as a like for the new person, so that 100 and plus whatever you collected, and then whatever you are declaring, that difference should show the 100 for the next person, and then it will be balanced. Otherwise if there is any matlab ki, like an amount is not matching, so tender control cannot be balanced. If the tender control is not balanced, deposit control cannot be balanced. So both person will be have the issue. So they need to sort it out. Once the tender control is balanced, then you need to balance that deposit control. If any less or more is there, so your deposit control will be show underpayment and the overpayment. So that we need to balance, because mathematics in mathematics even the decimal is difference is there, we cannot balance the tender. So we need to do the correction, either paying from the pocket, or either if you collected the extra money, maybe sometime some change money you don't give to the customer, okay, you said ki give some you just, and the customer also leaves some small amount of change, so that change one like in small it makes the difference of $2 or $3 or $5 sometime. So that money you can keep it, or you can put it in charity, or you can take in your pocket also, okay. So that kind of, but you have to declare what you have done the business. If you are not declaring less, or in case if money is less, so you need to pay from your pocket. Otherwise you need to find out where the money has gone. But ultimately in a financial term, you need to pay from the pocket if any difference will come, okay. So that we need to take care ki whatever money collected should be ideally declared. Turn-in is a very important terms, and I will show you the practically how the deposit control done the turn-in, and how the tender control done the turn-in. So tender control is done by the user, and deposit control is done by the super user. So you can make the difference between the like agent and supervisor, or either user and super user, okay. So in both cases turning in done. Turning in means declaration, you can just understand by the declaration, okay. Balancing the tender, so this we will learn how the tender control is balanced, means you need to declare. And then once you are on balance is once it is open status, from open it directly don't go to the balance status, it go through the balance in progress. So balance in progress means whatever you have declared, that supervisor need to approve, then only it will go from open to balance status through the balance in progress. Direct any user cannot self do the balance, okay. If you do the self balance, your money will be mismatch, and the problem will be violated, okay. So you need to change the balance in progress. Once your amount will be approved, whatever you collection done, cash or check or through bank, so whatever you have collected, that same amount you need to declare, and the same amount need to approve. Once it is approved, your part is finished, then you can free, you can go home. Now the terms comes for the deposit control, means supervisor, he will collect the each money from each counter. Okay, each counter will come to declare and then approve. Then finally he will do the turn in. He will put some bank detail where he will going to submit the money, and then that money will be, then he can able to balance. Cashback option is there. If you have taken the more money, so you can do the cashback to the customer. Okay, so like if somebody, your bill is 8.5 and he given the $10, so what will happen, $1.5 you need to refund. So that kind of functionality what we have seen in the supermarket or commercial market or any grocery market or any malls or any kind of where transaction is there, so cashback options are there. They will refund the money. Managing the payment interface again, like the payment, like the billing, sorry, like the meter read or like the like the billing, like payment also, we have the interface where we can take the money from the external source. If some of the agency or some of the party or some of the company want to do the collection on behalf of behalf of you, you can make the agreement and then they will collect the payment, or that payment need to come in the system through the web services. Okay, so here play the important role of the web services. Okay, here important question comes the interface. So we need to understand the that web application web services. So you need to create the web services and you will pass the full detail. Whenever you notice ki whenever you make the payment from some application, maybe you make the payment in the bank, maybe you make the payment in the kiosk machine, okay, or any portal or any application. Like India, we have lot of Airtel is there, Oman, sorry, Airtel there, then Amazon is there, or banking system there, any other application charging and other portal there. So you can make the payment from anywhere. Whenever you make the payment, they will create the links to your application and they will pass the full payment detail, and it will create the matlab, entry in the system. So in that way, this money can be received from the external source. Okay. Then you have the concept within the payment current balance versus the payoff balance. So current balance means in payment also we have the concept of current balance and payoff balance. Like bill we have learned. Okay, so whatever your current bill is there, so that is the current bill. If you pay the full amount, so payoff balance and current balance will be matched. If you are not paying your full outstanding, so then what will happen, your previous will be charged in the next. So that time current balance and the payoff balance will be different. Payoff balance means final outstanding, how much you need to pay, and current balance means in current month how much billing has come. Okay, suppose you not make the payment, so what happen, next bill current balance will be the different and the previous and outstanding will be different. Payoff balance means and any like remaining money from the past one, past billing. Okay. Then we have the important concept of the GL and a general ledger. Okay, general ledger means in each and a payment segment, like bill segment or payment segment or adjustment. This create the financial transaction FT. It is created the FT. Okay, so whenever you FT created, okay, like in a BS or BX and or AD or AX and a PS or PX. So these all create the financial transaction. Okay, this financial transaction will be linked with the distribution code. I show you whenever I was on the bill page, I show you it created the distribution code. Okay, so that distribution code will link to the bank account. So whenever you need to create the distribution code, you will give the account number. And so company finance department will give you the account number, under which account they want to take the bill and bill collection or adjustment, any miscellaneous charges or payment. Then you will extract this data through some batches are there. Four batches are there. I will explain you. No, not four, three are there. GL assign, GLDL, GL assign, GLDL. Okay, and then GLDL, and one we have the uh, GL assign. Then we have the GL. Sorry, GL assign, GLS, and then GLDL. Okay, we have the three batches. That detail we will. I will give you the all query in our next session, related with the payment, related with the adjustment, related with the GL interface, and related with the CNC, it's a credit and collection. So these four topic we are going to cover, and this related query I will share in our next class on next Saturday. Okay, so I will share that one. So just to understand here, so we have that in a batches, and this data will be, first we need to track that data with the GL assign. Okay, which account has financial transaction? So that will be like in a flag. Okay, so that in a batch will be flagged to those account only which having any transaction, any bill created, or bill cancellation happen, or payment created, or payment cancellation happen, or adjustment created, adjustment cancellation. If any transaction happen, so that account will be flagged with the batch of GL assign, with the batch of GL assigned. Then we have the GLS, means that all financial transaction will be extracted in the staging table. That is called the GLS. Then GLDL, it will extract the data in the file, and that file will be given to the finance department, and the finance department, it will import the file in there in a table, and then they will prepare the sales report. Okay, they will prepare the sales report. Automatic payment and one and like an automatic payment and whenever you find any invoice or bill, so you're on a payment and a channel or payment portal give you the facility to set the automatic payment. Means whenever your bill will be created, and whenever bill will be created, it will be automatically detected, and it will pay to the company. Okay, so in the bank also you can have the facility, because the once you give the account number so bank also have the facility to like enable the payment. So whenever any payment will created, it will be auto payment. But we should not matlab कि do do this one configure in our payment portal, because if any time any bill has created very high amount, so the bank doesn't know कि whether you have used or not used, they will deduct, or if the payment is not there, so might they will pay on behalf of you, but from you they will charge some money. Okay, so that kind of some things are there. So we, or we have the second thing, we can limit the payment also. Okay, if the bill is more than like 2000, so yeah, that will be stopped. Okay, so that kind of auto payment facility is there. We can use also, and we can limit also. Okay, we can use also and limit also. Automatic payment date that is also one of the feature where we can how to implement the maximum withdrawal limit. So this is the thing where you can limit and you can do. So whenever you are using any payment channel, okay, either application or either portal and either any media, so you can do some limit to that bill also. Okay, the bill should not more than that 2000 or 3000, so that unnecessary extra payment will be not deducted. Other, if it is under that payment, it will be deducted. If it is more payment, it will be not detected. How the automatic payment is cancelled? So you can go again and you can disable that functionality, or in case if any paper agreement is there, so you can go and submit the request for the automatic payment cancellation. So this can be used. Another, the pay plan and the automatic payment. Pay plan is totally different. Okay, these are pay plan is totally different, and automatic payment is the totally different. Pay plan means like you can make the installment of your payment. Okay, installment of your bill. Sometimes you have that high bill and you want to your consumption there, like industries customer and residential, I think it is normal bill only, but for this is used for generally industrial or commercial where the high bill created and they don't have the business, and so that time they can make the installment, and that can be monitored through the batch. And that if you are paying the timely, it is okay. If you are not paying the timely, then the batch will be monitored, and if payment is not there, it will disable or it will cancel the pay plan. Okay, so pay plan can be created, can be created. This functionality is activate the auto payment. So this is kind of an like CCNV allow you auto debit or auto payment is there. So if you are unable that one in system, on the account page I show you one tab where you can provide the bank detail of your bank detail. So this batch will extract the data whenever bill is created. This data will be extracted and it will be given to the bank. Okay, which bank you are on which bank you are giving the detail, you have the account. Okay, that bank will receive the file. Okay, and then bank will deduct from your account from account, and they will update the file, and they will again give to the business user. A business will again upload the file and payment will be created. So this is the process how to extract the data, provide to the bank, and the bank will deduct from your account. They will update the file, and then they will give it to your business and a business, and this business will upload the file again in the system, and they will run some batch PUPL, and the X process is there. And X process means how they will receive the file, and then they will run the PUPL batch, and your payment will be uploaded in the system. So these are the some features there you can. So this an extraction, you are extracting something from system na, you have to follow the format, okay. So that so a developer or technical people, developer will write that XML code. So with this program and a batch will follow some format, and that batch will follow some format, and through the format they will create the file using this boxes. So it will have some header, it will have some detailed record, okay, a payment record, and then it will have the summary line. So how, so what is the and a header, what are the information they will store in header, and whatever payment each line, and then account each line, and then it will have the summary line, how many accounts there, how many payments are there, that kind of an entry. And this format is followed. So this is totally technical things to file creation, okay. So that if you want more detail, you can follow. If you have any question, and we can discuss, okay. So creating one time payment, and this is just like a feature only, okay. This is feature only, nothing to explain. And cancel, this is the, okay, account verification. These are this information is just the implementation part only, what we have explained on the top of that. This is the one of the more feature, and a one time payment can be implemented. Now we have the maintaining the payment event. As we know, the person maintenance, account maintenance, then we have the service and agreement maintenance, premise page maintenance, service point maintenance. Like that only we have that payment event maintenance also. So if any payment has come wrong, so you can cancel that payment, you can transfer that payment. So that payment event page will have the uh, will have that, and a payment event will have the life cycle. So either it will be the balance status, or it will be the unbalanced. Unbalanced means if any error is there, if the payment has come but it having some error, it will be unbalanced status, and payment will be in the freezable status or error status. It will be the in error status, and then you can follow that batch is there to create the to do, and that to do will be handled, and it can be fix the issue, and then the payment will be balanced, okay. The payment balance means frozen, or balance means frozen, and unbalanced means error, it is in error status. Tender life cycle, tender means whatever payment. Tender control is the different terms, okay. Tender is the different term. So tender can be either valid, or either it will be invalid or cancel one, okay. So valid means a frozen payment, or cancel means it is payment is cancel, means there is a two only, valid and cancel, okay. Valid and cancel. Payment is the top of the payment event, okay. Payment is the top of the payment event. So that will have some more more status. This all status I will give the query. It will be in the matlab ki pending status, then it will be freezable, then frozen, and frozen can be cancelled in future. So mostly it will have the three status, either freezable, frozen, and cancel. Freezable, frozen, and cancel. When you start, that time it will be the incomplete status. It will go the freezable, then frozen, and cancel. So this payment life cycle, you can go through and read. It is important area, okay. It is the important. Payment event has a dialog with some kind of additional tab is there, okay. So tab means you can store some value. So that is the another tab. Then it has the payment event will have the main information. On the main page, these are the information will store, you can read. It will store your payment date, it will store the payment, and it will store the tender, it will store the account, whatever I show you here, okay. So this is your typical page, the payment event main page. The payment event main page, you, you can see here payment event main page. You can see the payment event, whatever payment event, the payment date, and payment tender, and account will be stored here, okay. So that will be stored. Next, if you can see, it will have that another one, it will have the tender. So next tab is the tender. If you see here, you have the next tab is the tender. On the tender page, it will store how is the tender type is a check, okay. That is the one information, and for which account you are paying, and where it is linked to the tender control. It is linked to the tender control, yani bucket. It is one kind of bucket where all payment will be stored in the particular this one. So cashiering station one. So this is the counter one, and it is for it will be maintained by the one user. If you go to that tender, if you go to the tender, you can find who is the user. Okay, who is the user? He is maintaining this payment. So you can see he has collected the check, he has collected from the credit card, and he has collected some another kind of a credit card. Okay, so he has collected. You can see the detail here. You can see the detail. This is the detail payment, and this is the summary page. This is the summary page. Okay, this is the summary page. We will see in the later. So tender page will give you the tender details. Then we have that characteristics value. Characteristics value generally it store if you go back to your characteristics page, so it will show here. Generally, you have these are the value. Okay, and who has created this payment, or maybe any service task, prepaid ID. These are the so characteristics can be extra things you can store for that payment. Okay, it is up to you whatever. Then exceptions. Whenever any payment go in the exception, it will be stored in the CI pay event exception table. Okay, it will be stored in the payment exception table. You can see here payment exception table is there, this payment exception table, and I will save this, and I think I have not noted this one in that query. I will put here in for future purpose, and this will be again, and this is the exception table, and in the exception table record will be there, and that will be to do will be created how many background process. So this is the, sorry, this is the background process. This is the background process in payment. In payment we have that on a quick payment, maintaining the payment. Okay, so in maintaining the payment, if you go that one, actually when I click, it go in the link area. So we can this is the important terms I got, so that's why I want to take this important terms in our query section, so that it will be recorded there. So payment event main page done. Okay, then we have that tender page and characteristics. Okay, after characteristics we have that tender is, I explained you. Then we have that kind of an exceptions. Okay, in exception we have the to do unbalance. Okay, to do unbalance is the background process. I will copy and put in the query. Okay, this is the background process similar to this is the batch. Okay, exception batch. This is the mm, exception batch. Okay, this is the exception batch, like a mup1 mup2 we run. Okay, mup1 mup2 we run, and whatever go in the error we have the to do mrupl. In the billing also we have the billing batch, and then we have the two exception batch. Okay, two exception batch like that only we have here also. If any payment go in the error, it can be stored in the exception table, and that can be trigger that to do with this batch. Okay, we can schedule this batch payment event exception table, payment exception. We have some like we have the more table. Okay, we have that for payment exception. If any payment go in error, so that can be also stored in that store table. Okay, this we can take a note, so that in we can this these all batches are in a schedule after that batches. Okay, so these batches can be scheduled after these batches. So payment exception can be also created like bill segment and the billing. Here also we have the payment event and the payment. Okay, so that we can uh, uh, that we can uh, okay, that we can find out. Okay, next we have that distribution of payment. Already I have explained you. So like payment event, we can do the same activity on the payment page also. Okay, we can do the payment. The payment event can be deleted if it is in error status. That can be deleted, and we can like create new payment also. Tender can also cancel. Okay, tender we can cancel like pay. He has given the check and check got bounced. Okay, so you can cancel that tender, that we have already understand. Payment queue can add a payment and a payment event quick add. This is the important feature and important UI, where you can like list the all account, and then whatever payment is there. Suppose you are the customer, you have the 10 meter or 10 account. Okay, so you can give the all 10 account number, at whatever you are making the payment, you can give the payment, and against that one you can issue one check. Okay, so that payment we can independently distribute to one account. So in the one screen itself you can do some activity. So this activity is not in detailed format, this is in the short format, just account number and payment, account number and payment. This is used for the one person. Okay, if the two person is there, so we should use by the payment event screen only. Okay, so this is used for a particular one person only. Okay, for one person if having the multiple account. But if in the queue two person are there, so you have to create the payment separate, because the payment person and the customer name is the not a same. If the customer name is same, so you can make the you can use the screen of payment event sorry, the payment and the quick add screen. If the customer is different, you have to go to individually. Okay, you need to go to the individually. Then if you single payment and a quick add payment and having the screen, we will try in the hand zone. So this is the detail you can maintaining the payment and in the payment like payment event and we have the payment and a page also in that main screen is there. So if you come to here, if you come to here, and then if you from account, if you go to that and payment page. Okay, if you go to the payment page, you can see here, and if you choose any payment, this is the payment screen. But unfortunately, and here payment plus option is not there. But once you make the payment event on this page, you can find the more detail. Okay, you will find the more detail in which essay the payment is going. So you can see the more detail here. So this can be modified, and you can use this screen also for the further. So payment event is the source where your payment is creating. But if you want to see the more detail, if the payment having the more on a service agreement, so this information we cannot see in the payment event page. If you go to the payment event page, you will find only small screen with small detail. Okay, so beauty of CCNB, they don't make the complex page. They don't make the complex page. They distribute the load on the different pages and different tab. Okay, so that you can manage easily. So payment event having some kind of on a short information, okay, which is required. And then if you go to that payment page, you will find the more detail. Okay, you will find the more details. If you go to the payment and a payment page, so you will find the more detail. Whatever you have the payment event ID, you will always find whatever the payment and tender. So you can write the query on the payment event page also, and you can use the query with the payment and a table also. CI pay table. CI pay table is there. You can follow. So if you see my query, I will take in the next class. I am showing you the all table name. CI pay tender characteristics, event characteristics, then pay segment, then pay care, then pay match event. So these are the things, and whatever status I explain you, then related to deposit control. So you can find, then like beauty is there. You can find more detail with the different pages. Okay, different pages. So that the payment will have that on a main page. Okay, let's go to that payment page. If you go to that payment page, if you go to that on a payment segment, actually this is pay p payment. Okay, if you go to that payment, again you have that on a more tab here, pay segment, then manual distribution, then courtesies. So these are the page and where you can do some more activity. Okay, you can do some more activity. So then we have the pay segment page. So you will get the segment detail. Means segment means like bill segment, you have the payment segment also. Okay, so whenever you do any financial transaction, it creates the segment. Whenever do any financial transaction is, then we have the manual distribution option. You can do the manual distribution. Okay, so if you want to pay an let's say a bill was 50 real and you pay the 40 real. So you want to pay that 40 real to that on a particular any service agreement, so you can do some correction. Okay, then payment corrections, I can store some more value. Then these are the status. So delete payment means we have the option to delete payment if it is in the error status. But if the payment is frozen, you can cancel that payment only. Card, it can be payment through the credit card payment, so that we already know. Non CIS payment. What is the very important term is the non CIS payment. Non CIS payment means you have seen the payment we do the for whatever service we are using, like electricity, water, or gas. Apart from that, like deposit, we are making one deposit. Okay, for that also payment creating. So that payment not require the premise. Okay, that payment not require the premise. So if you don't have the premise, or if you don't have the meter service related charges, so that comes under the non CIS payment. Okay, that comes under the non CIS payment, means that don't use for the premise for the premise purpose. Okay, premise for any electricity you will have the premise. Without premise, electricity service agreement cannot be created, gas cannot be created, water cannot be created, sewerage cannot be created, cooling cannot be created. For these kind of services we have the we should have the premise. Okay, without premise this cannot be created. So you can see the premise information on the account page also, and the service agreement page also. So mostly whenever you see the service agreement page, so you will find the premise ID. But if you go to the deposit service agreement, that premise ID is not mandatory and not required. Okay, that is not required, because before service we take that money. Okay, so that cause the non CIS payment, and you can read some more detail important on the point of the interview point of view. Okay, point of view. Okay, so now if you see how the transfer, this we can, okay, how to transfer the payment from one account, like on the payment event page, same facility we have on the payment page also. So we can transfer from one account to another account, that can be transferred. Okay, how to okay, that is just like an you can read only. Financial transaction on the payment, as I told you, ki bill adjustment and payment, only three we have, which reflect on the financial transaction, create the payment history. In the CCNB we have the billing history, payment history. So from the history, it's kind of one page is there you can go and check the history. Okay, so the from the payment ID you can go and check the payment history, and from account also you can go. Okay, so from account, if you navigate, you can see the account bill payment history, financial history. Okay, the financial history you can see whatever you have made the bill payment on bill payment and adjustment, it will show here. Okay, whatever bill and payment, it will show here. Okay, so history you can see the detail for that particular account. Okay, that can be see account payment history, you can see. Okay, then we have that concept of that payment and tender, that is very as usual, it's not payment exception. This is very important term. When like in a payment segment, like in a bill segment, we have that in a payment exceptions also. Okay, so that also I will take a note here, so that it can be given to you, given to the team. Okay, given to the team, I can copy paste here payment exceptions. This follow one table, and we have that on a batch background process. We have that background process, so we have that in a background process. This can be used. Okay, this is the background process we can use. Okay, background process means batch. Okay, this can be background process. This is also, we can use this background process. Okay, we can use this background process. So these three things we have identified and we have added in our query, so that this can be used. Okay, maintain. Now the new topic is there, the deposit control. Okay, so deposit control, like as I told you, any cashiering will work under the supervisor, means a deposit control work under the deposit control. The deposit control on a, we can say, the branch. Okay, so each branch will have one deposit control, and under the branch you will find the more an officer, or maybe the counter. Okay, the counter play the role of the tender control. Okay, so each deposit control means where the all money will be deposited, and tender control means that source how you will collect that money, means each person will represent one tender control, and that all will be stored to the deposit control, finally stored. So this is the status of life cycle. It will be open, and from open it will not go to the direct balance, it will be go balance in progress. First you need to turn in. When your money is turned in, means you have declared your money, then it will be go to balance. Okay, it will also have the like in a main page. So if I go to this account, and if I go to that payment event, you will follow the tender. In the tender, we have the deposit control. So each deposit control, each deposit control, each tender control will have the deposit control. See the tender control. This is the tender control, and this is the deposit control. So if you go to the deposit control, so this deposit control will have the multiple tender control. Okay, but here it is only one is there. So whatever you have the like an counter, if you have that two counter, it will show you the two line. If you have the three counter, four counter, five counter, here in the deposit control you will find the tender control. So tender control will be this line, and deposit control is the final. See how much money I received, how much money I did the turn in the turn in. You need to declare the money. It is in a demo version, it is not showing the details. They have just updated here with the zero. Okay, so outstanding, over, under. So this tender is open. Okay, okay, okay. So this tender is open status. That's why it is not showing the turn in detail. Okay, it is not showing the turn in detail. We will learn how to balance this one. This is the open status. Okay, so that's why the money is not turning, and that deposit control. If you see the tender control, the tender control is still open status. So this is the scenario where your tender control is open and the deposit control is also open. Till now, they have collected the check on a 8,000 6058 and credit card authorization 8 and this one. If you want to see the detail of each payment, you can see check check amount of number of check and number of card and cash. They have received the number of cash 64. Total amount is this value. If you want to see the detail, you can go in the tender amount. You can click the tender amount. Here you can find the number of cash, cash 64 cash you will find. And then from the credit card, you will find, and then you will find the check. So all kind of whatever you are showing the summary, it will be show in the individual line also. Okay, so it will show in the individual line also. The deposit control will have the main, it will have the tender detail, it will have the deposit detail, and then it will have the turn in. So this is the story of the, and then it will have the characteristics value. So this is the story of your deposit control. Similar to deposit control, we have the tender control. Okay, so tender control itself will give you the life cycle. It's similar to that tender deposit control. It will also have the life cycle open, and it will not go directly balance. It will go through the balance in progress. One approved, it will be balanced. Okay, then tender control main page, whatever information if you see here, the tender control main page. So this will show you this information. What it will show: what is the tender source, where it is linked, what is the currency, what is the starting balance. Okay, who is maintaining this one, and how many he has collected the money. Tender means what is the type of the payment he received: cash, card, check, like that only money he has received. Then turn in means he has still not declared the money. So he need to declare cash, how much he received. Then you can say check, how much he received. Okay, how much he received. I think I'm getting on call, but I will let me uh, put message to Soumya. Okay. Uh, okay. Will. Okay, so that is fine, Raj. Okay, so any question till now, Raj? Any question, or are you okay with that? Hello?
Yeah, no, no problem,
Yeah,
no
I,
questions.
I think it's fine. Yeah, we are taking in very depth with the application also. So now you can
Right.
find that in a tender control, as I told you, ki it have the main, in the main whatever information it will show, then it will have the tender. Tender means मतलब कि individual and a payment line, and then summary of the payment, summary of that payment. The same whatever showing the summary here, na, the same he need to declare here. Okay, same he need to declare here. If any payment having the error, it will show in the exceptions. Okay, so see, it is showing in the exception. Okay, start in this payment something error, in this payment something error. So you can go to that payment line and you can correct this one. Okay, then correct is whatever extra thing you want. So very important is the main, then tenders, then turn in, and then exception. If any payment in exception, you need to correct that one. Otherwise, this payment will be not come in the picture. Okay, not come in the picture. So tender control is clear now. Deposit control on the top of that. That tender, then turn in. Turn in is the common term for the deposit and deposit also, and for tender also. Exceptions there, then credit is there, and that same kind of an interface is there that we have already discussed. If any payment can be automatically come in the system also through some web services, through some application, through some device. This deposit control and tender control, this common term is required for manual also, and this required for the external payment also. Suppose XYZ company is collecting the money and he is sending money to you automatically. So you have to be previously create the deposit control and on the company name one tender control, because he will consider offline user, okay, online user. Okay, so he for him also we need to create, and later we need to write the report. How many tenders are there, and whatever collections are there, and how much tender is linked to the deposit control, so that we can have the report also who has collected how much money. Okay, that individual detail and summary line also can be created. And deposit control, each date whatever collection happen, then you will need to, bank will send you the report how much money I have received. You can ask the bank also, can you give me that in a report, and this month how much money is deposited in your account. So they will give the report, and that report should match with the deposit control report. Okay, so that kind of that is the purpose of that external. Here see, very simple, and a payment upload is very simple term. Just we need to have the file, payment file, and that file will be processed, will be put on the server, and server will sync that SOA will be sync, and that will be, then you will all record will go in the staging table. And staging table is not a simple, it having the multiple tables. Okay, staging table, and then through PO batch it will freeze the payment. Then now they are trying to display you the X process, means whatever your lines are there, these are the staging table. So you have to remember, like on a meter read upload, we have show you the staging four table: main table, and the sub table, and side table. So like that you can remember. Main table, staging table. Second was your remark and criticism table. Okay, and that was, and one was the read table, RR table. So you have the four table like that. Only here also you have the deposit control table, then you have the tender control staging table, and then have the payment tender, and then we have the payment advice, means any notes or characteristics value you are storing. So this will store, and then you will configure the tender source, and it will link to the account. And these are the master table. Black is the master table. Okay, so this will be contain the record, and this will be stored. So these are the one table, second table, third table, and fourth table. So these are the basically four staging table where your money will be come. So whenever you delete any record, you have to delete from the 4 or table. Okay, like that meter read upload will learn. So these are the file format. You will receive. You need to create the file, and the first line will be the external source, external transmit ID, deposit control flag, deposit control ID, transmit date, and currency, tender. So these are the reading purpose. Okay, so your file will be created the text format or XML format with this tag, so that system can put that file in the staging table. How he will find key from where I need to put in the table having the field. Okay, the field number 1, field 2, field 3, field 4, field 5. So when the file will be start reading the first tag of the 10 digit, let's say it having the 15 digit. Okay, it is here the digit 30 digit. The first 30 digit will be considered as an external source ID. Whatever value you put, China, Japan, or India, whatever you put, America, it will be considered as an external source ID. Then another next 50 digit, up to 50 will be reserved for the tender external transmit ID. Next another next step will be the flag. They given the two only, because that two is enough that storing that value. So that will be the two digit. Okay, then we have the deposit control 10 maximum. CCNB generally ID created 10 only, except from billing. Bill create for the 12 digit, the rest all field created for the 10 digit. So that's why they reserve the 10 digit for the deposit control. Then we have the transmitter date they have the 15. Then we have the currency, so they are maintaining the first 3 digit. Okay, so Then they are maintaining the tender control amount. For amount, they have the 13 point decimal also. So decimal can be also come in the upload purpose. If you not give the decimal, na, then it will be fail. Error will come. So amount, you are storing the 2 digit up to decimal also. Tender control and tender control account, they are storing that value. Then these are the format of the file creation. Then tender control staging, then we have the tender and a tender, then we have the payment. So this is the four master table. Then you need to create. Once your data comes in the staging table, after reading the file, it will be run the process PUPL. So when you run the process PUPL, this is the control and how from staging through some mapping. So this is the mediator, account number and tender also. So this is the mediator. Okay, this is the mediator. Which account it will be picked from where, and what is the tender source. This is the configuration part. And tender, but the account is our existing data. Tender source is our configuration part. It should exist in the system. Then this is the mapping from master table to staging table. So whatever your data having staging table, similar data we have the master table. So deposit control will have the deposit control staging. Tender control will have staging, will have the tender control. Payment tender will store in the two table. Okay. Then last is the payment. So these are the different naming, but the data will be mapped. Okay. So these are the way how your data will be called. Next, we have the payment purge. As I told you, the meter read and a meter read can be also purged, because you are every month you are how many customer you have. Let's say 500,000 you customer have, means that 500,000. So 500,000 you are read uploading, 5,000 you are bill creating, 500,000 you are payment receiving, minimum at least you are like that way. So 1 month, 2 month, 3 months. So after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, in staging table, millions of record will be there. So as per the company policy, ki after 5 year payment, I can no need to keep in the staging area. So you can purge that value, but you know that value is already in the master table. So unnecessary in a staging table, we should have the limit, and we can keep on purging, so that load will be not there in the memory, will be not used more for that table. Okay, staging. So we should never write any report and query based upon the staging table. Staging table is the temporary, anytime can be edited, anytime can be deleted. Okay, so this is not authentic table. This is not authentic. This is just to mediator whenever you are bringing something directly, not hitting the master table, because your if table corrupted, your all data will be corrupted. So we are storing the staging, and after validation it is coming. So chances is very less, if any, master table will be disturbed here. Okay, the master table will not disturb if the data is coming through the staging table. Okay, through staging. Then the same thing, and these are the staging table created. Okay, so all tables you can go through, and that we have that process for, this is the process for the payment upload. Okay, so you can upload the payment also, and then but this is the different thing. This is they are trying to upload through the event, and the payment event upload staging report through the X process. Then we have this is really used. Payment method we don't use this one. Okay, through the payment event we don't do, but any interface is there, that system itself creating some kind of thing, so you can extract and upload also. But generally we payment upload through the PUPL only. Okay, that functionality we use. This is a process we don't use, and I have not seen any time using this functionality. Okay, so payment event is the payment is the important, you can learn. Similarly, it's replicated for the payment event, so you can go through and you can read. Okay, next, at the theoretical part, and we are already in 6:50, so let's finish also, so that next time we'll do the hands-ons only. Okay, we'll do the hands-ons only. So another 15 minutes or 30 minutes as you are comfortable. Let's finish this also. So theory part will be finished. Adjustment, is a one of the part in the finance area only. So you make the adjustment. Okay, we make the adjustment for to to make any changes in the मतलब कि outstanding. So this adjustment will have the type. Okay, so adjustment will have the type, and you can create for any account. And if you want to charge something, or if you want to give some discount, so you can create the adjustment. We will learn in the hands-on how to create the adjustment. Okay, so similar to this will also have the current balance or payoff balance. So we have the adjustment types, as I told you, what is the type of the adjustment, like why you are charging for duplicate bills. This can be the one of the adjustment type. Then you can charge for any penalty, for any new connection, for any miscellaneous. So these are the adjustment we can use and we can create on the account without impacting your bill and the payment. Okay, so bill payment no need to cancel and create. You can adjust this value with the payment and with the adjustment. If any payment is, if any adjustment created, that can be cancelled also. Like payment, it can be transfer also, because it's a similar to payment only. So we have the on adjustment screen. On adjustment screen we have the transfer option also. If I take any adjustment, okay, so we'll check there only on the handles only. Okay. So adjustment can be can be this will be also impact the GL account. So whatever the bill creation, bill cancellation, and BS or BX, payment creation or payment cancellation, PS and PX, adjustment creation AD or adjustment cancellation AX. Okay, this all six having the GL account, and it will impact on your finance or sales report. Okay, so these are the finance and sales report. It will be impacted through for this three module: billing, payment, and adjustment. Okay, billing, payment, adjustment, three module will create the FTs, which will be impacted your maintaining the adjustment, and it having the life cycle, very important, similar to the payment. So you can compare with the payment, your adjustment having the life cycle. We will learn how to create the adjustment. It will have the main page. It will store the, similar to payment, it will store some information. After main, it having the characteristics, you can store the. Then we have the adjustment transfer. On the third page, it's not below on the payment event having on the same page transfer option, but in the adjustment it having the tab. Okay, so in the same page it is not there, on the tab it is there, the adjustment transfer. So you can transfer the adjustment also from one account to adjustment AP means this is an whatever you having adjustment, you can print also. Okay, matlab ki applicable for print also. So you can make some report for printing purpose also. You can make the report for printing purpose. Then we have the adjustment portal. If any supporting document you can upload. Very important concept, the CCNB support the adjustment approval. In CCNB we have the adjustment approval profile. Okay, adjustment AD adjustment and adjustment approval profile is there. Okay, adjustment approval. Okay, adjustment and adjustment type profile. Okay, so note the profile. I will show you adjustment and adjustment profile. Okay, adjustment profile. Yeah, so about the adjustment profile we have one option where see we have that, and this is called the approval. Means if you create any adjustment, it will go through the approval one, it will go to the approval two. It support up to the 5 level. Okay, so in here we have a configure up to 5 level, and a billing agent, then a supervisor, then manager, and then head, then it go to the CEO level, director level, and CEO level. Here we have the approval tool. If you are creating the $100 adjustment, so adjustment approval, yani first level approval required. If you are creating more than 1,000, approval level 2 required. So this is the to do role. You have to give the user this to do role. Okay, so this will be, if you go to that role, so you will find these are the users. These are the users. They can they will comes under the approval one. Okay, these are the user will come in the approval one, and this is the approval two, means these are the user who is having more than 1,000 they can approve. Okay, these are the user 1,000 can approve. Okay, more than 1,000 they can approve. So if you see my sys user, let me check my sys user, what is the to do role he having. So approval one, they having 3 level. Okay, approval level one, approval level two, approval three. So I can approve on 100 also. I can approve the 1,000 also. If any approval level three is required, configure, so I can do also. So this approval is kind of the to do role, and that to do role can be given to the user. So I can approve level one, level two, level three. So if if any approval in case if any amount required approval deposit, if you see the miscellaneous second one, so this having the approval level 3, see, so you have the approval profile. One is for deposit. So deposit having the two level approval only, but that in a miscellaneous fees. So miscellaneous fees will have the three level of approval. So I cannot approve. I cannot create an freeze any adjustment in one level only. It will be go level one, level two, level three. Okay. If you are charging customer 100, so that approval level 1 can approve. Those who are user under the approval level 1, they can approve. They will get the notification. If you are charging customer more than 100, okay, it will go in the approval level 2. See, 100, then up to 1000, up to 10,000. So up to more than 10,000, it will go approval level 1. Yani, supervisor will approve, then manager will approve, then any director will approve. So these are the approval profile which is used for the adjustment purpose. Okay. So this is the adjustment will have the approval, and this can be defined in the profile, and profile will have the label. Profile will have the label. This is like a to do, and that to do will be assigned to the user. To do will be assigned to the user. Let's build how to apply the interest. This is one kind of feature, and because some of the company, and when you do the deposit, so they give you the interest also. I seen in a torrent company, and they I deposit 1500, so quarterly they are giving some interest also. 10 rupees, 12 rupees, something like that. So quarterly they give some interest also, like bank. But some of the companies they don't do. They consider as a deposit. They take the advantage, but they don't tell the customer ki I'm taking the benefit from your deposit. But some of the company they after 5 years they refund the money, okay, and they based upon their like benefits they maintain like that only. So you can do the configuration. You can enhance that one. That deposit can also give you some kind of interest and benefit to the customer. Okay, deposit can be refunded also, as I told you ki if your service you are stopping, so you can settle the outstanding, or you can pay the full amount, then you can get your full refund. Okay, this is depend upon company practice whether they want to adjust with your deposit, or whether they will say first you do the payment, then I will refund your money. Okay, so that practice might they do. Okay, so I think with this adjustment like payment adjustment can be also uploaded in the system. Okay, so you can create the adjustment on a file, and that file will have the X process, and there is the two batches from moving the file to staging, and from staging to the CI adjustment table. Okay, so you can run this two batches. First you prepare the file, then you can put the account number, and then give the amount, give the date, whatever information required. You create one manually and see whatever information required. That information you can prepare the file, and that file can be uploaded, and then from uploading you can move to the staging. From staging it can be moved to the CI adjustment table. Okay, so you can see similarly these are the staging table, and from staging table file preparation. So mostly these are the interface where you have the interface there you need that very development and knowledge. But as a functional your role will be the testing the file, running the batches, okay, matching the report. So your role will be not skipped. Don't think whenever it's coming the your role functional and techno functional. Techno functional means they will prepare the file and you will do the testing. You will make one on a payment, and you will upload one payment, run the batches. Technical team will never run the batches. Team will just create the draft file and they will give it to you. You need to read the matching key. Okay, first 10 digit for this purpose, next 10 digit, 2 digit, 5 digit. So you have to do thorough testing for one and two account. Then it will be summarized, and then you need to run the batches. You need to prepare the report, sales report. So your role will be never skip once you join in the system. Okay, till the system is alive, till the contract is there, your role will be never finished, because they cannot jump from development to implementation. Okay, they need to follow the cycle to touch the functional guy. Okay, to touch the business architect or solution architect. So they cannot skip your role. Okay, so I think for that the adjustment upload can be done through this batches. You can go through the adjustment. Okay, credit and collection we will not take now, because okay, Raj, you tell me one thing. You want to cover this credit and collection today? Credit and collection theory you want to finish today, and are you comfortable? Are you comfortable to go ahead with 30 minutes more? Raj, are you comfortable for another 10-15 minutes?
Yes, yes, Sanjay.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay, then great.
Yeah,
Okay, that yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's we are like we faced in the last 2-3 weeks some of the issue of something. So today we are very stable and comfortable. So let's complete that credit and collection part also. We learn the payment, we learn the interface area, we learn the adjustment area, and then we have the credit and collection. See, credit and collection basically play the role in the finance, so in the payment area. Whenever any payment is payment terms is it, it violated. Okay, so if you fail to make any payment, and if you violate any payment rule, okay, so any system will have the payment rule also. So whenever you cross the due date, okay, so whenever any bill is created, so they give you the payment, they give you the due date, okay. Till the due date, nobody will touch you, okay. Till the due date means 15 days, almost they give the 2 week, okay. So 2 week, or some company give the 3 week. Generally, I see that 2 week only. Or in the billing, they give the 3 weeks, I think, okay. Or maybe 2 to 3 week and whatever. So due date is defined on the bill. Okay, any bill is there, you will find that due date. Okay. So after due date, and they have some kind of control. They have the control. They have the they have the like an authority, have the like an policy to charge from customer if they want to any late payment. Okay, late payment they can charge, or any kind of they can do some control. Okay, so for that we have the system to maintain the credit and collection dunning process or disconnection process. We can say the credit and collection, how your credit will be controlled or collected. Okay, for that we will do the configuration. So after configuration, this is one typical example where the bill was created. Okay, and that so this CNC, before we go, I want to show you that life cycle. This is the picture of the credit and collection. Okay, so you can see this picture. First batch is the blue one, ADM batch. Okay, so let's say you're across the due date. Okay, once you cross the due date, and this batch will run the ADM batch. ADM batch will run. This will run in sequence. ADM, then CPM, then CET. Okay, sorry, ADM, then CET, and then CPM. So ADM batch, what it will do, it will check any customer having the outstanding more than the amount decided. Let's say customer having more than $10. Okay, if any customer having the more than $10 and more than 90 days. Okay, they give the date also. So they give the 90 days. Okay, so or maybe 60 days or maybe 30 days. It's up to you. Or after 15 days, something like that. So they will check if any customer having the old due, it will check the aging is there. So if any bill is created, it go in the aging means this is due for the last 15 days, this is due for the last 30 days, this is due for last 60 days, this is due for last 90 days, and more than 90. So these are the aging or bucket. So now you will configure in system if any payment which is due, any bill which is due more than 30 days or 60 days or 90 days or 15 days. So that is the days one of the criteria. Then you are putting the amount. If any amount is more than 10 or maybe $100, you are not accounting a small penny customer also. You can release them. But those who are potential customer, those who are high value customer, high dues customer, so you can put $100. Let's say you are putting $100. So you are taking put the two condition, any residential customer. So for residential customer, and then we have the another thing is the like any VIP or any government customer. So both rule will be applied separate. If you are maintaining the category of like private and government, if you are maintaining the category the residential or on a industrial or tourism or agricultural, so the way you are configuring your system customer, you are dividing the way you need to create the template for the credit and collection. So let's say one credit and collection template will be for your residential, one will be for your commercial, one will be your industrial, one will be your agricultural or tourism, or you want to make it commercial and non-commercial. It is up to you. So you want to make it commercial, not how your data is set up. That kind of way, that way you need to create the template. So let's say I have the setup data as commercial and non-commercial. Non-commercial means residential. Okay, so I want to hit I want to apply the rule for the residential. So first I will create the template for the residential, and then I will give the condition. If it is an like any due is more than 15 days and the due amount is $10, so that will be counted for the collection process. So whenever you run the batch ADM, it will be check that on a account and with that customer class, and it will be go under the process of the CET and collection event trigger. So collection event trigger is the another your batch. When it will run, it will create the events. So like an SMS reminder, sending email, okay, and maybe creating the another event that is called the severance process. The next process is the severance, and then severance having the last process is the write-off process. Okay, write-off process. So CET will have an event, and the last will be when your first email is sent, SMS sent, still customer is not paying, so that it will go in the severance process. Under the severance process, you will send the letter, you will send some disconnection notice. Okay, you will send some disconnection notice, and finally you will create a field activity for the disconnection. So that CPM process will keep on monitoring. Means if any payment will come, it will cancel the credit. It will cancel the collection process, so that collection process itself will cancel, and further process will be not activated. So this process ADM will be in like flag the account, then it will be create the events, and then event will be monitor for the payment. Otherwise, that an event will keep on changing. One completed, then it will go to the event 2 sending SMS, event 3 after day. So that the collection process is created, and based upon the collection process events, it will be followed. So now we have the ADM process, then we have the collection event. Okay, collection event, if you see, collection event is, this is the collection event. Okay, this is collection severance. So before collection this process, it was showing one example. Okay, see, now now it will be process is the ADM monitor, then it will be the event 1, event 2. If payment added, so collection will be processed and it will be cancelled. See here, it is showing the event number 1 pending, event number 2 pending, event number 3 pending. Now event 1 is a 15 days warning. So for 15 days, after 15 days, it will give you a warning. Warning means SMS email will go. It will complete it. Then after 15 days, another will be pending. So after 15 days, next will be completed, and then after 15 days, third will be activated severance. Here they have the three event. So just to understand, here they have the three event. One is the warning. After 48 hour, they will send the notice, and after 48 hour, they will start the severance. Okay, they will start the severance, and parallelly they will monitor. So if the payment has not come, see, if the payment has come, that see the third event got cancelled. The first was completed, customer not listen. Second completed, customer maybe come in the picture, and then he make the payment. Then after making the payment, that the severance is cancelled. Okay, severance process is cancelled. Now if you go to that severance process, like this is the picture where an severance process is created. It is the three event, and a set door hanger means send the notice, then cut for the non-payment, and expire the essay means stop the essay. So let's say it is in a field activity created, then two event is pending. After that field activity is completed, the field activity is completed, customer is still not listening. So then it will, what will happen? It will be go to the cut for non-payment, and then expire the essay. Two field activity is there. Let's see if he make the payment or not make the payment. So now we have that process. This is the process. We have that ACD. ACD means once your severance is created, it will create the event based upon the date number and a date on a 10th this activity will happen, date 12 this activity will happen, date 15th this activity will happen, and this event will be activated one by one, and then it will be completed, and that it will be completed. So this is the severance process and a life cycle. You can check this also. Now see the severance process. Now once the severance process is completed, it will be go to the third process is called the write-off process. That is called the write-off process. Yani it also having the three event number one, agency reference, means you are giving the giving the list to the some of the agency. Can you collect this payment? They are the bossy nature, and they are the like in a very cruel means hard people. They give you some warning, they give you threatening, they will give you the abusing also. So like that kind of activity, so they will try to collect. If they are able to collect, it will go to the another point, and then write off means system will stop your, and the money will be transferred to the write off, means it is in a money will be stored in the write off, your service will be stopped. Let agency finish the work, so then what will happen, the rest will be cancelled. So then what will happen, agency has collected money, so your service will be not on a write off will not happen, your service will again reactivated. So this is the method how it work, and very interesting. This is the write-off process. We have the WPM. Okay, we have the like a write-off process monitoring. Then we have the event, and then we have the write-off process WPM. Okay, so through this three process, write-off monitoring, event activator, and then it will be like finally it will be stop the service. Collection process maintenance means just reading the same thing once again with the picture. Okay, how it is collection process will be impacted the service agreement. How what is the events? Event means event 1, event 2, event 3. Event 1 means sending SMS, event 2 means sending email, event 3 means starting the severance process. Then severance process will have the itself three event, three or four or two, whatever you want, like how many you want to give the steps, like so they will create the service severance will start with the notice, and severance will start with the disconnection, and severance will start with the write-off process. Write-off process will have the three state, two state, and four state, then up to you. So you will intimate to the agency collected the money, then it will be again activated. If not collected, it will go to the write-off, and your SA will be stopped, and your money will be hanging to the account. Okay, that means it go in the legal process, and anytime company can see ki what how much money my got on a got on a write-off happen, means they need to declare this money. So anytime if company having the more write-off money, they need to inform the ministry कि I मतलब कि this much money I got the loss, so company will be stopped, the company will be go under that, and what you call diwaliya, like diwaliya happen, means customer has taken money and run away. So that kind of, so what they do, they will follow the all steps, and at last the money will be write off, it will be stored in the separate account, and ki this much money loss happened during that current period. So this process will help you to analyze that kind of thing. So the government can give you some rebate, government can release you some kind of taxes or kind of helping. So this that you can follow that again, the that theory part, once again, collection process, severance process, write-off process. So this process is activated for the residential customer, and those who are on a government customer, the government customer, we follow the overdue process. That is called as a overdue process. In overdue process, we will have only one process, and it will be activated. Legal notice will go, and you will not stop that one, and reminder will go, and then you will take some action, and that money can be retrieved, and batch will be monitored. If any payment come, it will be your overdue process will be stopped. So you have one separate topic, the overdue process. Okay, you have that overdue financial. So you can read. I have explained in the same topic. Okay, then we have some kind of avoiding this kind of issue. We have the payment arrangement. pay plan or payment arrangement. So pay plan and payment arrangement is the functionality is the different, but purpose is the same. Okay, if you make the payment arrangement, your outstanding will be go in some another SA, and you will pay as a installment. So you will be not come under the disconnection. Okay, it will not come under the, it will not come under the like in a collection process. But if you fail to pay the money, your SA will be broken, and money will be again go to that out, will go to the outstanding, and again the next batch will pick you in the collection process. That doesn't mean ki you are in payment arrangement and so you will be avoided. Okay, you will be avoided till you are paying the money. Once you stop the payment installment, you will be again, your payment arrangement will be broken, and your money you will be comes under the ADM will pick you. But the ADM process will pick you because some your old outstanding are there, and some outstanding an amount is there. So you will be picked up, and then again you will become under the collection process, severance process, and write-off process. So that kind of payment arrangement is the request company need to approve you, and this we will learn on a, so that's why they're having the payment arrangement main menu. So payment arrangement can be done for any outstanding. We will learn as a hands-ons also. Okay, we will learn for the hands-ons. So one important topic, and I want to conclude this also, so that our theory part will be finished, and good, and we are catch with the good, and good timing also. So GL interface, under the GL interface, this part I have already explained you. If whenever CIFT table is there, CI underscore FT, this select star from CIFT, it will have some details. Okay, it will have some detail. If you want to see that on a CIFT table, so this is the CIFT table. Okay, so this is the CIFT table. I will close this one. I will run again. So you have this CIFT table. So this is the financial for a sibling ID and for SA, and that having the parents ID, bill ID, sibling means BSEC ID. So for any payment, any payments is created, any adjustment is created, any payment is cancelled, any bill is cancelled. So these are the FT type. Okay, these are the FT type. We have the AD, BS, PX, and PX. Okay, ADX will be also there. Due to some huge count, it is not showing. So AD, AX is there or not? Let me check. Any adjustment? Yeah, see, AX is also there. So due to more record, it was not showing. You will find this uh, you will find this FT. This FT will be amount, and then who created and what is the accounting period. So based upon the accounting period, you can extract the data. You can extract the data, and this data can be extracted, and so this data will be extracted through the batch. I have written some here, and query are there. Okay, query are there. How this data is extracted, okay, and how it is go in the GL table. So you can find this batches. You can find this batches. First batch is the GL assign. So it, what the GL assign will do, it will assign the GL number to the GL detail. Okay, GL detail means that it will tag the account, then it will be proceed to the staging table, and it will create the file. This file will be given to the finance team. So this is the GL interface. Through that batches you can create the file. And whenever you are running the batch, you need to provide the parameter value. If you read that value, you will learn the what is the parameter value, the file process. Again, this is the interface. That's why how you want to create the file, you will you will follow that format. You will follow this format to create the file. Okay, you will follow that format to create the file. So that kind of concept is there, so you can just go through that, read this one, and I will try to another two classes there. We will try to do more hands-ons, so that things will be clear. Okay, then with running with this one, statement construct is there. So statement, and I think I will take some hands-on. So any customer, if he want to, if you want to make the smart bill, or if you want to say the like master bill, if you want to do some statement construct is the technical word. and smart bill is the general term, English term, and that master bill is one kind of business term. So you can group the account in under one person. Okay, so if I am the person, if I have the 10 account, so I can create the statement construct and I can link the all account with that statement construct, and then I can run the batches, and that bill all bill will be extracted in one file. So that is called the master bill or smart bill. So if you follow my this query, in the query I have already GL related all on a query there, pay plan on a related there, credit and collection is there. Okay, so this all on label on this in a batches also there, batch number one, batch number two, batch number three. So G finance and GL related query, adjustment related query, and payment related query. This query I will share you in the next class. Okay, this query I will share in the next class, so that this all will be okay, all will be collected. So let me share by next class. Okay, कल करो सो आज करो. Okay, so we will, when we are taking, so we can, I can give one. Okay, no issue. Okay, so payment related I can give this all query. Okay, so let me go to that one. Go to, and you can, we can go to the chat, and I can put this one. I have no problem. Okay, the collect credit and collection related, PM payment and payment arrangement related, and we have that in a GL related all query. Okay, a batch related, each batch and whatever impact happen, whatever it do, it nicely I have executed, and an adjustment related, and that payment exception table. Okay, today we have added this one, and that we have that query for an deposit control related, and that and a payment related, all I have added this one. Okay, so you can refer this one, and we can do the practice in two classes, so theory will not cover now. If you have any questions, and we can discuss, not an issue. Statement will have the life cycle. So this all on a summary I have already given you. Okay, so you can read. And sales and sales marketing we are not taking, no one using. It's just for an it's in a sales marketing means it's in a different package which create the person account and premise itself, and when it is the user accepted, it will be converted in the customer setup. Okay, so we are not using this process to create the person. We are using our like an master practice and to use. So sales and marketing is also one kind of a module where you can create the person account and premise, and you can create the service agreement, and then your data will be set up, will be done once this quotation is accepted and payment is done. If it is not done, it will be placed as a dummy only. It will be placed as a dummy data only. So that sales marketing is not implemented anywhere, but sometimes they have this feature, and you can use and you can understand. Okay, so I think this is okay. Now we can find with our priority and the high priority and the medium level concept. Okay, whatever small area that you can read yourself, and which is not frequently ask, refer, and practice. So that is no use of going through that kind of topic also, which is not frequently asked. So we have that sales and marketing, we have the order concept. So this again whatever we have repeated on the top, this again with that module, so no need to that one. And we have already run the dashboard concept on and interval billing, and to do processing and report. Okay, so I think with this way we are able to complete with our theory part. Okay, we complete our theory part.